everyone, I'm Newt, and I'm here at beautiful Rancho El Chorro. Today I'm so excited to share some cool facts with you guys about some of my all-time favorite animals, amphibians. Here at Rancho, we're lucky enough to be able to provide some habitat for wild amphibians, including this little guy. Do you guys know what that animal is called? We'll be back to talk about it in just a jiffy. Amphibians are their own class of animals, just like birds, fish, reptiles, and mammals. They include frogs, toads, salamanders, and newts. Amphibians have moist, thin, delicate skin. They can breathe through their skin by absorbing oxygen. They can do this underwater, which allows them to hibernate at the bottom of ponds without having to come to the surface. Amphibians have mucus that protects their skin. Reptiles, which are sometimes confused with amphibians, have scaly, rough skin that they cannot breathe through. However, both reptiles and amphibians are cold-blooded creatures, meaning they cannot control the temperature of their body. So they have to rely on other heat sources from the environment, like the sun. So, as you guys may have guessed, this little guy is a tadpole, also known as a pollywog. We're going to release him back into his habitat where I found him, which is in this pool. You can see the other tadpoles that live here as well. Tadpoles like to live in stagnant or slow-moving water, such as this slow-moving creek here at Rancho. They like to eat algae, such as this green algae down here. You can usually find them in large clusters. They vary in size, depending on their stage in life. Tadpoles are the first stage in a frog's life. Tadpoles hatch from frog eggs. They then grow legs and arms, becoming a froglet. They then lose their tail and form lungs, becoming a frog. This process is called metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is when an animal's body changes shape to an adult form. Another example which you may be familiar with is when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Let's see if we can find some tadpoles going through metamorphosis. Here is a tadpole like the one we saw before. What do you notice about it? Does it have any arms or legs? Does it have a tail? I don't see any arms or legs, so this is stage 1. What about this tadpole? Do you see any arms or legs? I see some legs. That means this tadpole is in stage 2. Wow, look how cool this one is. What do you notice about it? How is it different than the other two that we just looked at? It has both arms and legs, and its body is becoming more frog-like. It can even start climbing and hopping. This is a froglet, the last stage before losing its tail and becoming a fully developed frog. Here we have a tadpole with no legs or arms, a tadpole with legs, and a froglet with arms and legs, all side by side. Here is a fully developed frog found at Rancho El Chorro. You can see that its body is now the shape of a frog and it has all of its limbs and lost its tail. This is most likely a Sierran tree frog, a common frog type in San Luis Obispo County. Most amphibians change habitat from water to land as they metamorphosize, like this newt, but they can still usually transition between both water and land as adults. As I mentioned before, the Sierran tree frog is a common type of amphibian found in San Luis Obispo County. Other amphibians found here include the California newt. This newt has orange skin, which tells predators that it's toxic, meaning they can die if they eat it. Slender salamanders are also found here and sometimes live under logs or rotting leaves and other plant debris. I've been fortunate enough to see all of these amphibians right here in San Luis Obispo County, and I hope you guys get to see some too. Remember to keep an eye out for them when near ponds, creeks, marshes, and other wet habitats. Remember that these animals are very sensitive, and unfortunately many species are going extinct around the world, so it's important that we try not to disturb them or touch them and instead observe them in their natural habitat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching!